What's up, Colliders? Welcome back to another episode here of Worlds Collide. I'm the kid JW. That's Ms Diva Talks, y'all.
What's up, y'all?
And this is from
Nightmare Files.
Nightmare Files.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nightmare Files. This is actually a real title for one, so it threw me off. Nightmare Files. Nope.
Yeah, the true story.
You shoot like from the movie Nope.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I thought you'd be interested in something like this.
I feel like someone already watched it though, but
I did not.
Oh.
I literally saved it for this moment.
Oh. For those of y'all who have not seen Nope, it's a very great movie.
I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it.
I still enjoy it. It was on Peacock. It's no longer on. I think it's still on Peacock. Not sure though.
No, I think it's still on Peacock, but we got Get Out and Us on Netflix now.
Exactly. So if you like Jordan Peele, you want a scary movie that's eye-opening and really cool, check out Nope on Peacock. Us and Get Out is on Netflix.
Why are we capping for Jordan Peele right now? He's a millionaire. Let's go.
And maybe he might see this and give us some money to help him out. You know, a little don't. We take all donations, Jordan.
In 2022, the world is being introduced to a new movie by Jordan Peele. Alien abductions and miracles are said to happen often. But are they true? These are the possible stories behind Jordan Peele's movie, Nope. Nightmare Files. When numerous residents of Berkshire County, Massachusetts individually reported having seen a UFO on September 1st, 1969, authorities were at a loss for an explanation. This wasn't a lone sighting induced by sleep deprivation that could be easily dismissed. It truly appeared as though something crazy had happened. On the evening in question, residents spotted lights above Sheffield in the southern Berkshires. Many of the witnesses said that the lights were fitted to an unidentified dish-shaped craft that was maneuvering in weird ways. Some witnesses claimed that they lost track of time as they gazed with a stunned fascination at the object. Thomas Reed was 9 years old at the time. In a car with his mother, brother, and grandmother that night, the family noticed a group of glowing orbs dash out of the roadside trees. Reed claims that something astounding happened when heading home. His family approached Sheffield Bridge.
Is it just me, or do almost all horror stories that happen like out in like country land have a bridge exactly like this?
I mean, you'll have a bridge like that too if you build if your state or county is built back from the 1800s.
It came to a stop off the right side of the road, he recalled, of the glowing orbs. Everything got really calm. It was like being in the middle of a hurricane. There was like a barometric change in pressure. It was just like a dead silence. Then there was an eruption of crickets and frogs, and it got really loud all at once, and that was it. Then the family suddenly found itself back in the car. But they had lost 2 hours of memory. But even strange...
Oh shit, you just said that you lost 2 hours. You might have got abducted by an alien, bruh.
Damn.
For 2 hours.
Hope it was a female.
They lost 2 hours.
Hope it was a female alien.
Bruh.
Reed's mother and grandmother had somehow switched their...
But no, some real. Like, we was talking about it at work. And I could not account because someone was like, yeah, this is the person you called and whatnot. I was like, yeah, I remember calling them, but I don't remember nothing else on that call. Like, and we was going back and forth. I was like, yo, just like, I don't remember. Like, I didn't remember nothing.
I have...
Receipts.
Thank you. I have had an encounter like that too. So I literally have no explanation for this. All right, y'all, story time. So we may not even finish this video, but that's okay. So I can't remember how old I was. I was pretty young, but I was at home and I had fell asleep.
Okay.
I got up, the whole house was dark, and I was the only one there. Now, mind you, at this time I was living with my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and it's me.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out, why am I at home alone? Like, where did everybody go? I literally thought the world had ended. So I pick up my phone.
Not that they could just love, not the world.
So I pick up, well, don't show kids Left Behind then. Don't do that. So I pick up my phone, which was a pink Razor at the time. Yes, I just showed my age. And I'm trying to call my mom, like, hello, where is everybody at? Because I'm like, I'm literally panicking. Because again, I think the world has ended. So I call her panicking. She picks up the phone, and she gets mad at me because she's like, I specifically told you that we were going to the mall or something like that. And I'm like, why would I pass up the chance to go to the mall? Like, hello, do you not know who I am? And she's like, yeah, you said you didn't want to go. To this day, I do not remember that conversation. And not trying to be one of those TikTok conspiracy theories, but I think I jumped a dimension at that day because I do not remember anything about that situation at all. I woke up, nobody was home. She's like, we talked about this and that, and I'm like, no, we did not. Still feel like I lost my mind for a second that day. But anyway.
That's wild. That's low key wild. Now, I never thought the world ended. I
just lost time.
Nobody was in the house and whatnot. All right, I'm gonna just kick back, watch TV, and play my.
Again, I was a child at the time.
I was in the teens, and I was like, all right, watch TV.
Yeah, teens. That's what I mean. I'm still a child.
Shoot, I turned the TV on, ate some Gushers, and I was cool. Gushers and Cheez-Its and blueberry yogurt.
So we know where you'll be in the time of a disaster.
Eating and watching TV ain't got nothing to do with me.
Despite any tangible evidence of the Berkshire's UFO incident, Reed has remained steadfast in his account. He said over time, the family regained some memory of the incident, including having been in a hangar-like facility with other people. "We encountered something," Reed said. "It was definitely not of this world. This hangar thing was huge. It was like 2 football fields. This hallway that we had seen was circular with a wide configuration almost to control the flow of traffic." It's important to remember that Reed was one of dozens of people who reported witnessing a UFO in the Sheffield area that night. Some were adults who called into the local radio station to report the sighting. Others were children who began drawing the UFOs in class. "There must have been 20 or 30 sketches that were drawn by children in our 4th grade class from what they saw," said Reed. They hung underneath in the class doorboard in Sheffield Center School. A lot of those drawings hang in Roswell Museum today. People don't realize the significance of this. And so, it wasn't just us. On October 21st, 1978, Australian pilot Frederick Valentique disappeared into thin air. It was during a 125 nautical mile training flight aboard his Cessna over the Bass Strait between Tasmania and the Australian mainland that the incident occurred. It is important to note that the 20-year-old, who was an enthusiast of alien stories and UFOlogy, was a fairly experienced pilot. At 7:06 p.m., at 4,500 feet after departing to reach King Island, Valentique reported that an unidentified craft was following him. Melbourne Flight Service insisted that there was no traffic near him, but the pilot was adamant a large vessel was on his tail. He explained that it had 4 bright lights and suddenly passed 1,000 feet above him in remarkable speed. For 5 straight minutes, Valentique described its movement and shiny metallic exterior. Suddenly,
just like in the movie, he got swallowed up.
Valentique experienced engine trouble. Melbourne Flight Service asked him once again what the circle looked like. "It is hovering and it's not an aircraft," were his final words. The last sound radio officials heard was a metallic scraping sound. Authorities presumed that he crashed, but a later search of the area yielded nothing. Not even the Australian Department of Transportation could find answers. In 2014, however, new claims came to light. A UFO action group in Victoria alleged that an unidentified farmer observed a UFO nearly 90 feet in length, hovering above his farm on the morning following Valentíque's disappearance. More importantly, the farmer claimed that the pilot's plane was stuck to the UFO, leaking oil. While the farmer said that he scratched the airplane's registration number on his tractor, he never came forward, claiming that the ridicule he'd received from his peers after telling them discouraged him. Unfortunately, the Victorian UFO group never managed to identify the man. For the UFO Action Group lead investigator George Simpson, he was definitely frustrated. It's easy for some to dismiss, but there's a corroborating story confirming there was a UFO near Adelaide at the time, he said. This was an experienced pilot who should have been able to identify another aircraft, but was clearly unable to. Ultimately, only a few possibilities regarding the disappearance of Frederick exist. That he crashed and his remains were never recovered. That he purposefully disappeared. Or, of course, that he was abducted by entities we don't yet understand. It was October 11th, 1973 when Calvin Parker and Charles Hickson, they went fishing in Mississippi. At first, when Parker saw the blue lights reflected in the water, he thought the police came to tell them to leave. A big light came out of the clouds, Parker recalled. It was a blinding light. It was hard to tell with the light so bright, but it looked like it was shaped like a football. I would say, just estimating, it was about 80 feet. It made very little sound. It was just a hissing noise. Parker then claimed that 3 legless creatures floated out of the vessel toward him. He described all 3 as having mitten-shaped claws, while one was necklace and gray. The other appeared to be more feminine. When one of them tried to wrap its hands around Parker's neck, his natural response of fear oddly subsided. I think they injected us with something to calm us. I was kinda numb and I went along with the program. Parker alleged that he and Hickson were taken aboard an alien vessel and experimented on. Afterward, the 2 terrified fishermen found themselves back on the river.
But what kind of experiments?
Probing. Blood drawn.
I feel like they do more than just probe. Like, that's just the automatic thing. Oh, they probed them. Like,
Probe, blood test, look at your brains, see if we advanced enough as a species as a whole.
we're not, which is why they...
Which is why they dropped us, bringing them right back down. Yeah.
Exactly, which is why they bring us right back.
Riverbank as though nothing had happened. They drove to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and told Captain Glenn Ryder and Sheriff Fred Diamond the entire story. When I got in there, they had me. It was kind of weird, Hickson told the police. There were no seats, no chain. They just moved me around. I couldn't resist them. I just floated and felt no sensation, no pain. They kept me in that position a little while.
That's some crazy shit. I want whatever drug they put him on.
I don't.
Then they'd raise me back up. Hickson claimed that a machine resembling a giant eye looked over his entire body. He said he was surrounded by inhumane, 5-foot-tall looking people. Captain Ryder didn't believe the 2 men. He stepped out of the interrogation room, but left a secret recording device running in hopes of obtaining the proof that their alien stories were fabricated. But what he later heard on his recording made him think twice. Jesus Christ, God have mercy. I thought I'd been through enough of hell on this earth and now I've got to go through something like this, said Hickson to Parker. But they could have, I guess they could have harmed us. They could have done anything to us. I just want to cry right now, added Parker. What's so damn bad about it is nobody's going to believe us. With no physical evidence of their abduction, the alien story remains a mystery. Parker stayed quiet about the event for decades, but after Hickson's death in 2011, he wrote a 2018 book on the matter. Its publication prompted others to come forward, claiming that they too had seen a UFO that night. It makes me feel pretty good I'm not the only one who saw something, he said. Most of the people are credible people. These were the true stories possibly behind Jordan Peele's movie, N.O.P.E.
I always say that Nope played on the brain a little bit. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that's with all his movies.
Yeah, that's what all his movies.
So.
Yeah,
Still was a great movie, though.
definitely good.
Nope, not of planet Earth. Yeah, because that's what it truly meant.
Very good movie.
Yes. As always, Colliders, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like the video and share it with someone who you think would like it as well. If you want to check out Nightmare Files and this video for yourself, The links to their channel and this video will be in the description below, along with where you can locate me and the official JW on our own YouTube channels. You got anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right.
See what I did
y'all.
there? Later.